So you're looking to get into cryptocurrency. That's great because it's truly the future of money. But maybe you've heard a lot of bad press about it as well. It's not fake news. The dangers are real. Whether they were Ponzi schemes or they're breaking laws that are designed to benefit the banks that control the money supply, time after time, any number of cryptocurrency companies have gone belly up, taking the money of millions of people. But it is the future of money because the US dollar has lost over 90% of its buying power since the Federal Reserve Bank was put into place. In fact, the US dollar isn't even a dollar, it's a Federal Reserve note, which is basically an IOU, because since 1971, the dollar has not been backed by gold. Now, this is kind of inconvenient because Section 10 of the U.S. Constitution says that no state shall make anything but gold and silver coin a tender in payment of debts. So the U.S. dollar isn't even constitutional. The U.S. dollar is valuable as long as the people's faith in the government holds out. Well, I've got some bad news for you. About the time the U.S. Constitution was adopted, a history professor at the University of Edinburgh said that democracies are always temporary in nature. They simply cannot exist as a permanent form of government. But the Founding Fathers knew this as well. The Athenian Republic had collapsed 2,000 years before, and the Roman Republic didn't fare any better. This is why, when asked what kind of government had been formed, Ben Franklin responded, "A republic if you can keep it." In fact, democracies all go through the same life cycle, which begins in dictatorship and ends in dictatorship, and this history always follows the degradation of the monetary supply. We're heading into some dangerous times. But hang on, because I've got some good news for you. Because in Chinese, the word for danger is the same word for opportunity, and cryptocurrency is the opportunity not of a lifetime, but of the past few hundred years. So how do you get into cryptocurrency without losing your hard-earned money? The answer is smart contracts. You don't know what a smart contract is? Well, in a moment I'll tell you. But first you need to understand that the reason other cryptocurrency programs were risky in the first place is because they were centralized. This means that they were private companies owned by a group of people who had control over the money supply. Now, just as a central bank controls the life of a nation because it controls the money supply, so a single company controls your life when it controls crypto trading or mining. But smart contracts solve that problem. A smart contract is basically a function written into the technology of a cryptocurrency that allow two parties to stipulate the conditions of a monetary transaction. So, only after I do this and this and this will you release the money to me. This guarantees that you get what you paid for, and that guarantee gives the value to the money and confidence to those who use it. Enter Forsage. Forsage is a smart contract that thousands of people each day participate in with an entry fee of about $15. This contract, Forsage, was written by a programmer, but it's not owned by him. It's not owned by anyone. It's a decentralized community of people who download a wallet onto their own device so that they have control over their own money and then buy into the contract. So here's how it works. You're going to click the link in the description box below where you'll be taken to a screen that looks like this. Then you'll follow the step-by-step instructions to download a wallet onto your device. Then you'll follow the instructions to fund the wallet with Ethereum, which has a much more robust smart contract function than Bitcoin. Once that's done, you'll purchase a Forsage contract. This contract is then split into two components. In the X3 program, you bring in two customers and the money from their smart contract purchase goes to your wallet, so you've made up your initial investment. The money from the purchase of the third customer goes to the person who sponsored you, but he's under you just like the other two customers. Once you have three customers underneath you, that level closes and you reinvest in the next level. With each level you reinvest in, you're making more Ethereum. In the X3 program, you're working on your own. But in the X4 program, it's a team-sponsored matrix, so you can receive spillover from above and below. The first of 2 customers in the X4 program go to you, but the payment goes to the person who sponsored you. The money from the next 3 customers go to you as well. The payout from the 6th customer is the closing slot, and it also makes a reinvestment, buying you the same slot again. And the payment of 100% is transferred to your sponsor. So the more people you help introduce to Ethereum, the more money you'll make. There's no time limit, so you can take as long as you want, or you can go as fast and furiously as you want. But of course, the faster you go, the more money you'll make. So if you're looking to get into cryptocurrency safely, Forsage is the best way to do it. There's an initial investment of 0.05 Ethereum, which right now is about $15. But just as the best time to plant a tree is 20 years ago, and the second best time is now, so too is today the best time to get into cryptocurrency. That's because today it's still relatively inexpensive, but with each passing financial crisis, you run the risk of people losing faith in the dollar, which means that the cost of cryptocurrency will increase as people's faith in it does. So click the link below today. If you have any problems, don't worry. You've got a team to support you. Just email us your question. After you've joined, you'll also want to join our Facebook group because we're here to help you be as successful as possible, and we're looking forward to seeing you on the other side.